Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for dropping in once again. Today, I will be telling you the exact formula to make 6, 7, maybe even 8 figures if you do it right. And the money's literally right in front of your face. So get a pen, get a pad, and get ready to blow your mind with the information I'm gonna share with you today. Let's go. So welcome, guys. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna get through it. So, just keep working, keep hustling. But yesterday was March 21st, and we finally released the tickets and the vendor spaces for InvestFest. So vendor spaces obviously is going fast. That won't last too much longer. But if you don't have a vendor space, go get a vendor space. Go to investfest.com, and tickets, we got pre-sale pricing, which lowers it about 20, 30%. So if you want to save yourself 20, 30%, go to investfest.com and get your tickets. Also, big news. What you're going to uncover in this video today is business model, like that's what I'm going to be teaching today, like business model practices and principles. And I'm actually doing a 5-day virtual live class on April 7th to the 11th. That's 5 days of pure principles. Like Monday, I'm going to be teaching business model. Tuesday, I'm going to be teaching systems. Wednesday, I'm going to be teaching marketing. Thursday, I'm going to be teaching sales. And then I'm going to close it out on Friday, and I'm going to be teaching AI automations, like how to automate everything we just learned. So literally, if you do have a business, if you don't have a business, what this is going to basically allow you to do is if you're making $10,000 a month, go literally to $30,000 a month. Like simple. If you're making $100,000 a month, you're going to go to $1 million a month. It's literally, it's going to help you be able to print money, because the principles and the systems, the processes, the business models, the sales techniques, the marketing techniques, all these different things that I'm going to show you inside these 5 days are going to literally take your business to out of the atmosphere. It's going to explode your business. So go to thebusinessengine.com. That's THE business, BUSINESS, engine, ENGINE.com to go get your seat right now. I got general admission, I got VIP. VIP is going to give you the recordings for the year. It's going to give you access to the Mac Pack, but it's going to allow you to be able to ask me questions. So go get your stuff. All right. Now that we got all that out the way, it's just me and you. So how did I come up with this video? So I have an investment property, and I just got new renters. So when you put someone into a home, you have to make sure everything's right. Like, you got to make sure the paint's right. You got to make sure the cabinet's right. You got to make sure the electrical's right. You got to make sure the heat and air. You got to make sure everything is right inside of the property, because you don't want your tenants to not feel happy, because if they're not happy, then they won't want to stay. And if they don't want to stay, then they're not going to want to pay you. And if they don't want to pay you, then you got to find another. So you want them to be happy as possible, right? And anytime you're doing business, you want the person on the other side of the person you're doing business with, you want them to be happy, right? You know, both ways. So I was going to the mailbox because I'm actually, I go to the mailbox like once in a blue moon. But, it's a thing said, mailbox cash, right? You ever heard of mailbox cash? And I did a couple of investments, and I'm waiting for my mailbox cash. So I've been going to the mailbox, a little bit more than usual. But I did get my mailbox cash, right? But it didn't come the way I expected it to come. It came in a different form. But normally you wouldn't even look at this as mailbox cash. And, even me being in this business, like the business back when I was young, I should have been thinking about this for the last 25 years, but, I wasn't. So I came to my mailbox and I got this book, right? And I'm in Atlanta, so they're all over the place, because I remember in New York, it was called Clipper Magazine. But I got this book. Here it's called Trusted Dale. It's called Trusted Dale, Trust Dale. So, and it's all certified service entrepreneurs, right? So I got this book, and I'm looking for some contractors to do some work in my investment property. And I start looking through the book, right? I'm looking through the book, and I'm looking at these different companies, and a couple things came to my mind. I'm like, wait, is this not Mailbox Cash? I'm like, this might be Mailbox Cash. I'm like, I'm really like, why haven't I thought of this? So, what did you think I thought of? Put it in the comments what you think I thought of before I tell you. So, I looked at this book as Mailbox Cash. Why did I look at this book as Mailbox Cash? Because I seen all these different companies. All these different companies are advertising to be in this book. What does that tell me? That tells me, one, they need more business, right? Two, they are actually actively spending money to get more business. Now, as an entrepreneur and a business creative, what do I think about? What do you think I thought about? I'm like, one, if I had a podcast, if I had a platform, which I do have these things, right? So I'm going to use what I'm telling you too. These principles I'm going to use for myself as well. But if I have attention, right, in a certain market, which Atlanta's my market. So if I have, say, 1,000 people coming to listen to my platform in Atlanta every single week, that's a lot of attention, right? I don't think 1,000 people look in this book every single week. So I immediately said to myself, I said, I need to hire a sales team or one person and can actually give them commission based. I don't even have to pay them, right? Because this is filled with money. It's filled with money. So I said, I need to get a sales person to literally go through all these service-based businesses and get them to advertise on my platform, right? Whether it's $500, $1,000, it could be whatever. I know for a fact that they're spending money to get inside of other places, right? So they're actively spending money. So why not actively spend money where I actually can give you even more reach than you're paying for at the present moment? So I said, cool. But then I started to look in this book, and then I seen, not only does it tell you the phone number to the company, the name of the company, the address to the company, right? It tells us on every single listing, it tells me the owner of the company. So not only do I have all that information, but I actually have the decision maker's name in this book. Like, it's called Trust Dale. I mean, Dale, man, this is amazing. So I can go through, it's probably 100 companies in here, right? And all service-based. It goes from custom closets, decks, lighting, home audio, alarms, appliance repair, all these different companies, right? So that's what I immediately thought of, right? That was like the first thing. I was like, these are all potential advertisers for my platform. And I mean, I could ask for $100 per person, right? Which is not a lot of money for these people for the reach they're gonna get. But what it does is it gets your platform validated from that company. And when you start promoting, say, ABC's appliance repair, DEF's appliance repair gonna be like, wait, why am I not doing it, right? And what's gonna happen is they're gonna start contacting you to wanna be on your platform because they see their competition's doing it, so they're gonna wanna be like their competition because they don't wanna lose the leverage in the industry. So this right here is a gem for anybody that wants to get advertisers or local businesses to promote on their platform. So now, if you're in Atlanta, you've probably got a Trust Dale, but I got a bunch of different types of these books that come to my house for service-based businesses, and depending on whatever city you're in, I'm sure you do too. But normally, unfortunately, I do throw them away. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to keep this book. I'm going to go through this book. I'm going to have one of my sales people get on this book, and I'm going to do a couple things, right? I'm going to get them to call all the businesses and try to get them to promote on the platform. But also, I want them, because we have the owner's name, I want to connect with all these different business owners on LinkedIn in Atlanta. So because I have the name, I can do that. A lot of times you can't do that. So that was what came to my mind. Now, that was the first thing that came to my mind. The second thing that came to my mind was, and I'm a creator, right? I'm a digital creator. Like, I love creating digital assets. So whether it's web development, whether it's marketing, whether it's photography or videography, that comes to my mind. So I know local businesses do not have leverage in the digital space, right? Most local businesses, they don't do great with digital advertising or digital marketing, right? They don't do great. So now I have a book of business of people that want to get business, right? And they may not have a good representation online. So whether that's web development, whether it's photography, whether it's videography, whether it's social media, whether it's any digital marketing, they probably don't have good representation. But I do know one thing. They want more business because they're in this book. And I know another thing. They're spending money to get more business. So I would have another salesperson as well call and get them to upgrade their digital exposure online. Now, if you listen to my videos, you know my method. And I see R.S. Andrews, air conditioning, heating, and plumbing. My method is the simplest method, and this is how we hire mostly all of our digital creators. I would make some type of content, whether it was a website, whether it was a video, whether it was photography, whatever it is, I would make some type of piece of content and send it to them. That is personalized to them. That is going to make the conversion rate 3 to 4 times, 5 times higher. So I'm not just calling, hey, 47. I'm not calling, hey, R.S. Andrews, heating and cooling. Hey, you want to upgrade your lighting? You want to upgrade your videos? You want to upgrade your marketing? Da-da-da. No, I'm giving you a piece of content that is personalized to you. Now, people love themselves and they love their businesses because most of the time their business is their baby. So I'm giving you something that you love in front of your face and showing you how great that it can be if you continue to have this type of content and how much business you will get off this type of content. And I would hit up all these different people and I would make personalized content for all these different people. And I would get at least 20 to 30% of the businesses in this book. And now I said it was like 100 businesses in this book. So imagine if I got business, whether if I got sponsorship opportunities or contracted opportunities in this book, 20%, that adds another 20 new clients to your agency. That adds 20 new clients to your podcast, to your platform. This here, I need you guys to immediately go to your mailbox and see if you got one of these service guides in your mailbox. And I need you to start making money today because there is money sitting maybe on your kitchen table, maybe in your mailbox, but it's money sitting there and you're not getting it. I don't know if you can go to local stores and get, I really don't know. Like, I know I see these things all over the place, but I just never touch them. I get a monthly one from the city I'm in, and they have like this village book. So, and actually from my other property as well, I get that one. And now that I have a tenant, I can't just take the mail, but it sucks because I was getting it and throwing it away. And I was literally throwing away money. I was throwing away money because there is so much money in this book because we know for sure that they're spending money And we know for sure that they want new business because they're spending money to get new business. So we have to be on the opposite end of that. Whether it's promoting, whether it's doing services for them in terms of, digital creating work. But we have to be on that other end to get that money. But guys, I hope you got this video. I hope you got these gems. Be sure, like if you like stuff like this, I'm literally going to be breaking it down even deeper in my 5-day virtual live experience from April 7th to the 11th. Go to thebusinessengine.com, thebusinessengine.com, and get your seat. I'm only taking about 100 people. So this first one it's my cohort. So it's like my first one. I want to do it every month. That's my goal, to do it every month. But obviously, I don't know how this one's gonna go. Depends on how this one's go. If it's too overwhelming, because that's why I don't want to take too many people. So I'm doing like 100 people, and then I know the curriculum is crazy. That's all I've been working on. I've been working on speaking, and I've been working on building curriculum. I literally just been working on those two things for like the past 6 months. And that's why I haven't been frequent with my social media. I haven't been frequent with the YouTube. Like I try to post at least once a week on YouTube. Like I told you, I promise y'all I'll give y'all that. But I want to be, proficient with my content. I want to be well-spoken with my content. And I want my content to really be digestible. I want you to understand what I'm saying. So I've been pouring into myself. I just hired a new not a speaker coach, but like a presenter coach, right? He's teaching me how to present my stuff. Now I have Marcus, which phenomenal. If you need to learn how to speak, if you need to learn how to do sales, if you need to learn how to close, you need to learn how to articulate your mind, your thoughts. Marcus Y. Rozier is that guy. We just had a mastermind, 2-day mastermind this week actually, and he did amazing. It was crazy. He dropped so much information, and I'm pouring into myself. This year was like the pour. We had to pour into ourselves and be intentional. So if you look at my videos, that's my word of the year, intentional. So I've been very intentional with everything I've been doing, and that's why I didn't want to put too much content out, because I want it to be right. I want the content to be, upgraded, because I did just put it out. I did that already, right? And I realized it wasn't working the way I wanted it to work, right? My personality wasn't a part of my content. How do I get my personality in the content? How do I still make it personalized to me and make it entertaining, but also make it educating? All these things are in my mind, and I've been trying, but my goal was just to put it out. That was my goal at the beginning. Just put it out, just do it, right? And that's what I tell you guys, just do it. And then you can realize what's missing, what needs to be added after you start putting out. And I put out a ton of content. There was one time, I went for 90 days straight putting 3 pieces of content out every day. And I got a lot of followers. I did get a lot of followers. But I'm noticing that I can put out a really good piece of content and it gets 1,000% more engagement than my engagement to, say 500 likes versus 10,000 likes, right? Doing the same amount of time, right? So, and that's another video I want. That might be my next video. How to make millions of dollars in less amount of time. So that I'm getting it all together. So, but my goal is to put it out. And I recommend that if you're not making content and you really want to make content, just put it out, because you don't have nothing to compare it to. Now I have a large list of content to compare my content to. So I'm just putting it out. So guys, and also, go get your vendor spot right now. Go to investfest.com. Go get that vendor space. There's very limited space. There's some good spaces still available, so go get the vendor space. And of course, you got to get the ticket. If you're not a vendor, you got to get a ticket, because we got some big announcements. And before those big announcements happen, those prices will go up. So just understand, yesterday's price won't be today's price once the announcements come out. So get your seat at a very, very great rate, and I'll see you there. So join me in a couple weeks for my virtual live experience, and I'll see you in August 22nd to the 21st, August 22nd to the 24th. It's for InvestFest. I'll see y'all there. Y'all take care. Love y'all. Later.